All right, guys. Hope you're hearing me well this time because we had some technical difficulties the last video. We had to delete it and redo it. So I guess my top five will stay the same. Yes. So welcome to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host JD Billy Diamond. Anything you want to call me? Yeah. If you're new to the channel, definitely smash that like, share, and definitely subscribe. So we are doing the first top five best performers right after the last set of games. I know that the hopes are not up, are not feeling good, but as what I've said, pick the best players, you have the best chance. And I don't think Jamaica have ever picked the best informed players at any time for Jamaica. So let me jump right into it. Let me know your thoughts. Some of these players that are going to be on my top five list, guys, are based on their availability for Jamaica. So you can curse all you want on my top five. I ask you about yours. So make sure to give me yours and stop watch mines. All right. So people, let me get it right there. Number five best performer this week. Not the best showing for Jamaica one damn bit, but in a sense, I thought that he has got some edge back, which is Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey had played in a 2-2 draw against Crystal Palace. Aston Villa taking on Crystal Palace. He got a 7 right here on Soccer Sofa rating, or Sofa Score rating. Played 82 minutes. All right, had 50 touches in that 82 minutes. Completed 22 or 28 passes, which is 79%. 2 key passes. Tried 4 crosses and completed none of the 4. Had 1 of 1 long passes right there. Had 1 shot off target. 1 shot off target hit the woodwork, as you could see there. Had three dribbles in the game, completed none of the 3, and won a penalty as well, which is important because Liam Bailey, as you could see up here with even his heat map, is doing more running. The team requires more, and he was failing to give them more. So you could say that Liam Bailey looks a little bit fitter, and that's why I had him in my top 5. You know, because I thought that he gave a lot more. It's a lot not coming off, but some coming off. Before, none came off. All right, so he's looking better, and the level that he's playing at, which is important, it's the Premier League, the highest level. So even though we might say, okay, others did a lot more at the lower level, well, you have to compare the levels before you can decide if they make your top 5. So my top 5 is Leon Bailey, makes the 5th position. All right, we finished off his stats there. Ground duels 2 of 9, a little bit shabby there. Lost the aerial battle and had 18 possession, lost and committed a 1 foul and was fouled twice. So keep on doing it. Leon Bailey makes number 5. Number 4, the controversial voting, but I had already told you my criteria in order to pick this team. So you're going to let me pick my team in peace. All right. My number 4 position is Omari Hutchinson. Omari Hutchinson, and Ipswich took on Manchester United. The new Messiah came in for Manchester United, which is Ruben Amorim. Won a game against Manchester City, and he's the greatest thing. So he's coming to save Manchester United. Well, Omari Hutchinson had something to give him yesterday that he never walked away with his full win. All right, Omari Hutchinson, one of the highest rated player on the entire pitch. 90 minutes played. Look at his heat map. He's doing almost everything. A much more mature performance from Omari Hutchinson. 1 goal in the game, had 69 touches, completed 36 of 42 passes, 86%. 1 key pass in the game, tried 2 crosses. They said he never completed both of them, but one of the whipping cross, especially the one in the arrow 84 or so minutes, it went straight across and his teammate had the ball. Don't know if it had took a deflection or something, why they don't count it as a completed cross, but it was a wonderful whipping cross and it caused us as a problem. So I would say he had 1 out of his 2 crosses completed. All right, you can challenge me on that. All right, I have no problem if I lost it, but I know that I was watching the game, people. All right, 1 of 1 long ball completed, shots on target 2, shots blocked 1, and completed 2 of his 4 dribbles. Very good, which is his biggest trait, is dribbling for me. Ground duels 7 of 14. good enough. He's improving in that department. Last possession 16 times. Made 2 fouls and was fouled once. Clearances 1 and 4 tackles. So he was an all-rounder in this game, and I got to put him on my list because he's not playing for England as yet, and he still could potentially play for Jamaica. So he makes my list. All right? Yes, and remember, I have said we're looking the best players. So don't argue with my list. Pick yours, blood. All right? Number 3, Deshan Bernard. Deshan Bernard, as what I've said in the previous video that you guys couldn't hear, Deshan Bernard has actually been one of the best centre-backs in the entire championship. I know that I had an argument, or someone was trying to convince another YouTuber that I was on his channel that Deshan Bernard not having this and not having that. Deshan Bernard only had 1 game aside from, which is the red card game, aside from the whole heap of goal that scored on them from Watford. All right? Yes. Aside from that, all of the other games of Deshan Bernard was a contention for the man of the match for the entire season, people. And he comes back with the same thing again, with another solid performance to earn his team a point. All right. The goal on the day, 90 minutes played, had 2 clearance, 1 interception, 1 tackle, 0 dribble pass, which is important. Ground duels 2 of 4, aerial duel 2 of 2, very good. Last possession only twice. Fouls committed 2 fouls and was fouled once. Had 82 touches, which I'm always saying he's safe on the ball. He's comfortable on the ball. I don't know if it's because Jamaica team is just, we just pick whoever we want and not necessarily the best informed player or the best players them overall. I don't know how their selection process goes, but it's nothing that we can understand. But I think if you put the best players together, Deshan Bernard will be one of Jamaica's best players because he's actually one of Jamaica's best players. All right, 73 of 75 passes completed, which is 97%. Key passes 1, long ball 3 of 5 completed, very good as well. And shots on target 1, which is the one that scored. All right, so that is Deshan Bernard, number 3 spot. Number 2 spot has to be the boss. All right, has to be the boss. Ethan Pinnock. I had an argument with Africans because I did a podcast with him. He's gonna split them up, so make sure to check out Africans podcast. You know, I chopped it up the right way and give you guys the organic stuff that you need. Yes, so he was talking about Canadians saying that Bambito is the best centre-back in Concacaf, and I'm wondering if Canadians are on drugs or maybe the punches that Kendrick gives them, they're still dizzy. All right? Yeah, because you must be on something strong, or the holy baton you got from the sharp man, which is Kendrick Lamar. All right? Yes, but Ethan Pinnock have been the best performer maybe in history for any player that ever played for Jamaica. He's on a tier that cannot be rivaled by nobody, included Wes Morgan and everybody that won the Premier League, blood. Ethan Pinnock have been on some ridiculous tier. Maybe he has 100 good games in the Premier League, not playing for the biggest team, blood. All right, so you have to give that man some mad credit. All right, and this was another good game. They had a red card, as you saw. Norgan got a red card. Norgard, I should say, got a red card early in this game, so they had to battle it out, and they stayed in the game, and Ethan Pinnock was a essential part of them staying in the game. 90 minutes played, 7 clearances, 3 block shots, 1 interception, and the 1 ground duel, he never caught that one. Had 2 out of 3 aerial duels, 5 possession lost in this one, 1 foul committed in the game. Had 47 touches, completed 28 of 33, which is 85%. 1 key pass in the game. Tried 4 long passes, not good on the day. Had 1 big chance in the game itself and 1 of his shots off target. All right, so before people would say that I'm glazing Ethan Pinnock, but I know after these last set of games, I think people start to realize, oh God, JD was always right, you know, because he's always right. You understand me, blood? Yes. So I am not glazing. You guys are just seeing that if you're the best, one of the best players in the world, or the best players playing in one of the best leagues, you are going to be one of the best players anywhere, blood. And the Concacaf is a lower level than the Premier League. That's why he's still one of the best players in the in the Concacaf, people. All right, so it's not by accident. So Ethan Pinnock takes the number 2 spot. All right, who gets the number 1 spot, people? Tadam, 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 tadam. The old man that people says is done. He's too old. He doesn't know. They don't know what he's going to offer to Jamaica team. Well, I can tell you, blood, we don't have 2 strikers better than Andre Gray, blood. Andre Gray, 33 years old, came back to the championship and never lost a step. All right, because he has been playing, scoring, and in the championship. All right, so people, he's doing higher than almost every one of our strikers. All right, so at what point are we going to say that anybody can help us past any amount of games to make it to the World Cup should be considered of selection, and stop talking about people is old when the young players are not doing anything, and the ones that are young and doing something is not considered because they're not Jamaican enough, blood. All right, so when are we going to stop these madness? So Andre Gray had netted 2 against Watford. We just talked about the bad game for Deshan Bernard. It was about against Watford when they scored 1,000 goals. So for him to score 2 today and Plymouth to score 2 and hold Watford to a draw, that is a big feat. So showcase that the man is still on and about. You could see his metrics right here, guys, with his heat map. He's all over the place. So the same Andre Gray with his link up play, high energy and finishing ability. I still believe that he might just be one of our best finishers. This man have always been finishing again in smaller teams, tougher teams, hard teams to score goals on. And he has always been amongst the goals, people. All right. Went to Saudi, he did the same thing. Came back over, he did the same thing. So at what point are we going to stop finding excuse and stop making up metrics to say this is the mathematics we're going to select from? I think that's when we're going to get the right and true results, when we can go that way. But Andre Gray takes my number 1 spot for this week, people. All right. And this is the reality top 5. All right. Not the fantasy top 5 of making up stories, because people like that. So top my top 5 and see where it goes, people. All right. Yes. So I think I've done a good job to rerun this one. All right. So I'm going to drop it right now. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Bye bye and see you in the next one.